Let's go ahead now and take a closer look at creating and managing tasks. So tasks are follow-up items that can be sent to users and non-users of our tool that indicate that an action item needs to be taken. Now you'll notice there are several different areas within our tool where you can create tasks. We're going to review all of the different ways that we can look at and create and manage tasks in the tracers component of our tool. The first place you can go ahead and create a task is at the observation level. So currently I am opening up a new observation form which we had just reviewed, but now looking at the observation form we see a Create Task button here. Go ahead and click Create Task, and the way you create a task is the same. All of the fields are going to be the same. The thing that is different is the items associated with the task. So depending on where you're at within the product, where you see Create Task will depend on the item that is associated with the task. So that is what's different in all of these different areas. So the first thing you'll want to do is enter a task name. So you can enter your task name. It's a short description of your task. You'll then want to go ahead and give a task due date. You'll then want to enter the persons responsible for the task. So you can go ahead and enter as many people as needed here. So you can enter by simply entering the user's last name. If you would like to send a task to someone who is a non-user of the tool, you just simply enter their email address here, and you'll go ahead and be able to send the email to that person. You can also email copying anyone on a task as well, so they would get a copy of this task. They would not be responsible for completing the task, but they can still get the notification email should you want to send it to them. Then you have your task details section. So this is the item specifics. So entering the specific details is what they need to do in order to complete this task that you're creating for them. If you notice, the item associated with the task is the tracer name, so fire safety checklist. So that is what item is associated with the task when you go ahead and create a task at the observation level. I'll go ahead and click Save, and then a task will be created, meaning the persons responsible and anyone copied on a task will also get a notification email advising that a task is due or that they've been copied to that task. So again, I'm working on the observation form, and it's right here next to the print option on the observation form. If you notice, we also have a Create Task button here for Create Task at the question level. I'm going to go ahead and just enter some data here. You could go ahead and enter any notes to your specific question, and you'll see why I'm doing this here in a moment. Click Save. I can go ahead and save an image to this task as well. Okay, so now I've tied an image here, click Save. And the reason I'm doing this is when you're creating a task at the question level, the items associated with the task is much more robust. So you definitely see the tracer name, you see the question, the standard EP text, as well as an image, any images that you've tied to this particular task. If we scroll up to the top here, the notes sections, the notes and details that you entered in the notes will also populate to the task details field. So again, lots more information populates and comes over when you're creating a task at the question level. Again, the way that you create a task is still the same. You'll enter a task name, give it a due date, enter the persons responsible for the task, copy any individuals on a task, enter additional notes if you do need to also do that, and then click Save, and that notification email will then be sent to the persons responsible as well as anyone copied on that task. Now to manage tasks, we're actually going to come up to our Assignments menu and click Manage Tasks. If you notice, before I do that, we do see a Create Task button here as well, so you can create a task right from the Assignments menu as well. So I'll go ahead and click Manage Tasks, and when you click Manage Tasks, you'll see a couple of things here on our screen. So the first thing that you'll see is the Create Task option. So you do have the opportunity to create a new task right from this page. You'll see a tasks assigned to me, assigned by me, and all tasks. The All Tasks view is a program administrator view only, so staff members do not have this third tab labeled All Tasks. And really, you have the capability to manage these tasks. Looking at the tasks, you'll see that we have open tasks and completed tasks. And we also have some tasks that are open with red font, and that tells us that the due date has in fact passed. So it does bring some extra awareness with that red font advising that the task is past due. And with any of the tasks, you do have the opportunity to reassign a task to any other individuals. You can delete a task if it's no longer needed. And you also have the capability to go ahead and resend a task should you need that notification email to be resent. Now, when it comes time to going ahead and completing the task, the first thing you'll want to do is either follow the link in the email to come back to this page, or you can go ahead and click the pencil icon next to the task. When you click the pencil icon, the task information will open, and then you'll have the opportunity to go ahead and enter the completion details. What did you do specifically to go ahead and complete this task? Take the action that you took, and really writing those specifics as to how you've completed that task that was assigned to you. You'll then want to go ahead and enter a task due date, then click Complete Task. When you go ahead and complete the task will then be marked as completed, as you can see here. Now, while looking at the different views, either the assigned to me, assigned by me, or all tasks, you do have the opportunity to either sort and filter the tasks that make sense to you. So if you wanted to sort by due date, you do have the opportunity to go ahead and sort by due date by clicking on that title. If you wanted to go ahead and sort or filter and look for specific tasks, for example, if we only wanted to see the open status tasks, we can go ahead and enter that text here. And now we're only looking at the open tasks. All of the completed tasks have been removed. So that is an option for you. If you want to go ahead and use a filter and you want it to stick, you can click this Save Filters option, meaning when you navigate away from the page and come back, you're only going to see the filters that you've applied. Of course, you can clear the filters at any time as well to get it back. That is everything with creating and managing tasks. As I mentioned, there are several different places within our product where you can go ahead and click Create Task.